Okay, welcome everyone. It's time for old games on a weekday. As you can see, this game won't shut up. No, the game has an awesome intro theme, and I'm gonna play it again. This is ACS Adventure Construction Set, which I played last week. I figured I'd keep this train going. Last time I played some of the built-in adventure Rivers of Light. I considered continuing it, but I realized it's kind of a hairy thing and I don't know what to do next. And somebody commented on my video and said that they never figured out, he seemed generally knowledgeable about the game, but they never figured out one thing that I got stuck on, which is when you kill the creature known as the Humbaba, it drops a cedar pole or something, or a cedar log, I don't know what it is, cedar spear, something like that, and you can't get it. But you have to get it. And this guy didn't know how to get it either. So I was kind of thinking, I'm probably just going to get stuck forever if I play that. And another interesting thing is I decided to sort of scour the web for homemade adventure construction set adventures that random, players of the game might have made over the years. And it was tough to find them, but I found several of them. And I thought I would try some of those today. There was one guy who posted on a forum called Vintage Computing something, and he shared a zip of a bunch of his games. He kind of was talking to himself. He was like, I'm probably the only person in 2023 playing this game. So I replied to him, and he was happy to see another person that enjoys the game still. And I found some other adventures as well, doing a lot of crazy hunting around. I had to search on archive.org. There was a website called adventureconstructionset.com, which was a fan site. However, that was taken offline, I don't know, several years ago-ish. And I was able to find the archives on archive.org, though. So I had to go on this treasure hunt. It had had a page of, here are the download links of a bunch of homemade ACS games, but those download links didn't work. So what I had to do is, for the ones that had distinct file names, if I googled for just the file names, I was able to track down some copies of them elsewhere. So it was a fun adventure just searching for these things. But anyway, I have a bunch that I can play tonight. I have obviously I don't know how long they are. If one of them takes 5 hours, that's probably all I'm gonna play. Or I can play it by ear if I don't enjoy the game, or if I just want to move on and check check out a different one I could abort. But I have one called Dracula, another one based on The Hobbit. The dude on the forum who I communicated with a little bit has one called Jade World that I have ready. I got my save discs ready to go here, by the way, for some of these. He made a whole bunch, by the way, with like Oriental, well, kind of out-of-date theme, Asian theme, sort of Asian mythology and Kung Fu and stuff like that. But one of them had Oriental in the name, that's why I said that. I have one called Journey, another called Pirate Treasure, and lastly one called Visitation. I believe I read the Visitation is Lovecraftian horror themed. Rivers of Light, yeah, we already did that. I have a few more adventures in this too, but these are the ones I built the save discs for. You have to spend some time doing that ahead of time. So I have like 6 of them ready. And hello to Eric. He says, I applaud your dedication. Hello to Emily. My wife is here to cheer me on or make fun of me, one of those. And she says, do the Hobbit one. Well, we have one vote for the Hobbit. Does anybody else have a vote for which one to try? Dracula, Hobbit, Jade World, Journey. I don't know what Journey is at all. Pirate Treasure, or Visitation. Part of me is, I'm curious about a lot of these, but I wish I could play them all. But I would say probably the least exciting one sounding to me are Journey and Pirate Treasure, but Visitation sounds cool because Lovecraftian. And hey, Hobbit and Dracula could be fun. Only do Journey is the music. What, honey? If the music is open up. No, I don't think it has to do with the band Journey, if that's what you're talking about. Let's try Hobbit. We got 2 votes for the Hobbit. And you know, it could be terrible, and I'll just abort it and play something else. I have no idea what to expect. We're going in blind. Hopefully the discs even work. That's another thing. If nothing works, I'll just wing it and maybe play, I don't know, the built-in game again or something. Anyway, play an adventure, F7. Yeah, maybe it's Don't Stop Believing, actually, honey. Yeah, so the other ones I got while this is loading, you know, this dude who, again, was on that forum, he posted a whole bunch of these. And I actually don't know why there's so many discs for all of them, because I don't believe you can have multi-part adventures, but it might just be these are like different revisions of them. So like here you can see Oriental Hero 006. There's one called Mushitsu, another called the Blood Sword. And we have the Force of Buddha's Palm 1 through 5. By the way, there's also one called the Ruby of Tomar. I didn't make a disc for that one. And the Journey one is marked as improved for what it's worth. All right, put your adventure disc in the disc drive. It says, trying to remember if this means this means my copy, what I'm calling a save disc here. So we're gonna play The Hobbit. Hopefully it works. I did see when I was creating the disc for Jade World specifically, my emulator's console was spitting out like a funny error message or something. Like here, look, error track 32 sector 25. Oh, actually it looks like I did this for multiple of these discs, the Visitation and Jade World. So those two might not work, but I don't know, we'll see. Here we go. The Hobbit by Neil Tiedemann, and strangely it's playing the sci-fi theme. The game comes with, you know, pre-composed musical themes, and this is the one called Sci-Fi. The game sort of supports 3 genres. I mean, it's kind of loose with the definition of genres, but there's fantasy, spy and adventure or something like that, and sci-fi. So the Hobbit is playing the sci-fi theme for some reason. All right, let's go. The Hobbit. In this adventure, you play the role of Bilbo Baggins. Your mission is to defeat the dragon Smaug and to find the lost treasure of the dwarves of the Lonely Mountain. You may meet some familiar friends and enemies along the way. Okay. Sci-fi Hobbit. Maybe I'll be getting laser guns and stuff. All right, create a new player. The thing about this game is it doesn't let you, like, if you make an adventure, it doesn't let you constrain or really say anything about the character who can be created. And when you create a character, when you're playing, all you do is pick one of these graphics and it rolls all the attributes and everything for you. So you can't really say the player's a hobbit, really. But this guy looks kind of dumpy. Maybe he could be a hobbit. I don't know. And again, this game has a very limited color palette, so they use little dots of green to represent white. So basically, people's skin is usually green. I'll be this guy. He looks dumpy enough, yeah. All right, I guess I'll be Bilbo. Bilbo Mark W. Bag it. No, it doesn't fit. Oh, I've ruined my name. What am I doing? Let's just go with Bilbo. Oh, how do I do this? How do I erase the last character? I don't think there's a way. This is an ugly interface. All right, I'm gonna be Bilbo Baggins B. That's my name, I guess. The action moves to Wilderland. Okay, thanks everybody for joining me this evening. Here we are in Wilderland. All right, we are Bilbo Baggins. Let's check our stats if I can actually ascertain any info from this. Okay. Our wisdom is horrifically bad. Our size is massive. Okay, decided to make me a massive hobbit. Dexterity is bad. As we learned last game, this game has a problem where actually, I don't know if it pertains to dexterity, but I found it was very difficult to actually hit anyone in combat initially. But you can see those little green arrows up and down indicate either very bad or very high, like very low or very high in that stat. So I am very unwise. Okay, I didn't mean to. Let's look at that again. Very unwise. See, 4 wisdom. 4 power is very low too. That's just for magic use. And the most ridiculous thing of all is my size is gigantic. My dodge skill is a little bit on the low side too. All right, that's that basically. I always wondered, and not always wondered, but recently I wondered if you could sort of funnel certain character types into your game design by starting the character in a location where it says something like, I don't know, walk through this passageway and it'll adjust your stats accordingly, or you could choose between different character types. Perhaps I might be expecting too much of ACS, but right now I am a really large hobbit. Where am I on the map here? Oh, I'm on the bottom. All right, gonna walk up and enter this, whatever it is. Okay, we're entering the Shire. The action moves to the Shire. So what happens in the real story? He's at home, right? He's just at home minding his business, and all these dwarves and everybody show up. Gandalf. All right, there's some guy. That Gandalf, here's a random chest. I'm picking up 34 silver. All right, I'm in Bilbo's house, by the way. Here comes Gandalf. Uh-oh. He's very powerful. I was going to give you a map of Lonely Mountain and the key to the lower halls. Unfortunately, they've both been stolen. Is that all you have to say, Gandalf? Okay, that's weird. Crack the dishes. What's the song? Smash the dishes, crack the plates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. Gandalf says, let all the elements act in accord and bring this one a noble sword. The spell is cast. Do I have a sword? Not right now. Is it on the ground or something? Where is it? Where's my sword? Oh, I have a dagger. I was looking in the wrong menu, I think. All right, I'm going to walk around and see if Gandalf gives me anything else or says anything else. Where are the dwarves, Gandalf? Emily says bonus points if Goldberry makes an appearance. Who's Goldberry? Is that one of the dwarves? No, it's not one of the dwarves, is it? Oh, look, he left some 2 things and he left. Oh, 3 things. Magic bag. A magic wand. I don't remember him getting these things. And a magic staff in the story. A ring. Oh, I got a ring. Uh-oh. The ring is worn. It glows briefly, then flies away from its owner and disappears in the distance. What? kind of puzzled by some of these decisions. Tom Bombadil's wife is Goldberry. Oh, okay. Bilbo Baggins takes magic wand. All right. Let's leave my house, I guess. Where are the dwarves? I'm in the gardens now. Stepping into the flowers. The tiny plants upon which you just stepped emit a piercing shriek that can be heard from miles around. What the heck? I have scary shrieking flowers in my little Shire garden. I think that's kind of a default action of these flowers in the game, so they just left that as is, even if it doesn't make sense, I guess. Gandalf is just poking around now. No sign of the dwarves still. I could speed up my emulator, by the way, like last time, but for now I'm good taking it slow and steady. I don't know, I guess I'm just going to go to the next screen. Should I try using one of these objects? I feel like I'll waste them, but I could try. Oh, here comes a bugbear for some reason. All right, I'm already feeling they're not really sticking too much with the Hobbit theme. A bugbear showed up in the Shire shooting things at my head. Oh, great. Showing us. There's not even bugbears in the Tolkien universe. It's like a D&D thing. But this is a default monster in the game. So I'm almost dead because of this bugbear. It's out-of-universe bugbear. Do I run? Use power? Oh, I have all these magic items and stuff, right? Let's try using a magic wand. The wand waves through the air. From this being of power and health, take its strength and thus its wealth. Okay, I'm going to aim it at the bugbear and take its wealth and health. Or should I fight it? Probably not. I'm going to leave. Bye-bye. Gandalf, you can kill the bugbear for me. Oh, he's following me. The bugbear's like, I belong in the D&D. He's actually entering my house. Look at that. Here's a short guy. Maybe I should have picked him for my character. Made him extra short. But then again, the game decided I have size 15. I have very big sneakers. Size 15. Here's a hobbit. Why is there another hobbit? I guess I'm in the Shire, but I'm expecting dwarves. Anyway, you want to talk to me? Oh, no, I'm attacking the hobbit by accident. Uh-oh, he stabbed me. Don't kill me, hobbit. It was an accident. Gandalf, split us. Break up this fight. Gandalf is moping around again. All right, I'm going to break up. Okay, he left. The hobbit ran away. I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally attack Gandalf too. Let's rest right here, actually. That bugbear spear really hurt me. Gandalf's going dum-da-dum-da-dum. Yep, definitely need to rest. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Dan says, too bad it wasn't a wand of death. I don't know why there was a bugbear. But yeah, you know, with ACS, you know, there's a lot of default stuff in the game. And if you really want to make a game that's imitating a certain story or recreating a certain story, you have to like, you strip out all that default built-in stuff and build everything yourself. And a lot of times people making games will just kind of not do that. They'll incorporate some of the default ACS items and monsters and stuff. It's a lot of work to make games with this. All right, I'm rested up, and Gandalf doesn't really seem to want to do anything else useful. Let me see if standing on these little hills does anything. I just can't move on top of them. So I guess I'll move to the next screen. Oh, something's happening. Gandalf is doing something. Within this world of loss and strife, bring to this one the force of life. The spell is cast. What, did he heal me? After I already rested up? I just wanted to bump into these hills to make sure they didn't do anything. So let's leave the clearing. Gandalf is being useless. Where are the dwarves, Gandalf? Okay, I'm in a forest path. Am I like already on my way here, on my journey? Gandalf's coming along. Of course, I'm checking for a secret passage over here. Another bugbear? Is that what that is? The door. Gandalf, kill that guy. He's trying to go to the left, but I'm blocking him. It's a troll. Oh. Okay. At least that's consistent with the story, but I don't think I'm gonna get to use the same kind of trickery that happens in the story where actually the hobbit and the dwarves get kidnapped and the trolls are about to eat them, and then Gandalf I think it's Gandalf makes them lose track of time or something with magic, and then the sun comes out and turns them into stone, because that's what happens to trolls in Middle Earth. Oh, he's following me. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna go well. I'm gonna die. Right, with his fang attack. Get away from me, troll. Oh, I'm okay. All right, I'm gonna stab him with sting. I'm assuming my dagger is sting. I don't know. He doesn't get sting this early, does he? Well, none of this is following the story much. But I do know that Bilbo should not be able to go toe-to-toe with a troll. Maybe I'll at least pretend to be in character and run away. Yeah, I'm not really doing much damage anyway. He's not doing much to me, though. I don't know. I think that cross is like a healing spot. Go away, mean old troll. And did I lose Gandalf? I think he went to the other screen, to the right. I'm out of here. Troll's gonna follow, probably. Yep. Oh, God. Okay, what's this? A bong and a chest. Oh, man. There, should I use a magic thing on him? Let's see. I used this magic wand before. Let's try this magic wand. I don't know. The wand is outstretched. Me senden to fee say men snell. Heaton face Sekagan Hilda Dalen. I don't know. I'm doing it to him. Whatever it is. Now I'll stab him. Okay, it didn't do anything I can observe. Alright, I'm gonna go grab the bong. Blessed water, okay. Leave me alone, troll. Let's grab the money. I'm assuming that's money. Oh, something special. As you touch the chest, hidden needles fly out at you, propelled by powerful springs. Some hit and wound you. Oh, come on. When does that happen in The Hobbit? Especially like randomly in the forest. Yeah, I think that's another default thing. It's like a trapped chest. So I don't know. I think mostly it's just a bunch of default stuff. All right, did it again. I was stupid and wanted to try it again. I died. Bilbo's dead. Well, that's the end. That's the end of The Hobbit. If that's how The Hobbit story transpired, that would not have been a bestseller. All right, I'm respawning from my last saved game, which is when I entered the Shire. Let's turn up the CPU speed just a bit to make it go faster. Last time we were operating at 175%. I'm gonna go at 125 for now. Ramp it up gradually. Hey, Dan. Dan says, missed the intro. Where did you find this adventure? Was it an online collection? Did they have any quality ratings that would help you pick out the best ones before trying it? No, there was basically I had to really dig into the the deepest recesses of the internet to find these, and I have no ratings or any endorsements of any type. But there was one guy, I can't remember his username, unfortunately. He posted on a forum pretty recently, like 2023. And he was kind of talking to himself in this forum thread. He's like, I guess I'm the only one who likes ACS in the world still. But here's my zip of my adventures, and he shared that zip of a bunch of games he made. They all have like a Asian and kung fu sort of theme to them. I might try one of his games tonight. It's the only one I have the disc ready for. But otherwise, yeah, I just kind of did some scouring. There was a site called adventureconstructionset.com, which no longer exists, but I found archives of it on archive.org, and I was able to track down the downloads basically that way. And so yeah, I just have a bunch of downloads. Yeah, no, I'm not really thinking this one's that great. Let me see if I can do a little bit better though. Unfortunately, I didn't tell him about my stream, Eric. That was dumb of me. I'll send him the link though after, and maybe I might do this again next week if there's enough content that seems worthwhile to try out. This hobbit didn't do me any good, right? All he did was let me attack him. He's running back that way. Look at this. Bilbo takes a club, okay. Make sure it says the club on the handle. But yeah, if I do another one of these streams next week, I'll make sure to let him know. Thanks for the idea, Eric. All right, I don't know. I can run for that door. This bugbear is going to attack. I mean, the troll's going to attack. Actually, I didn't see the bugbear this time. Well, he's blocking the path. That jerk. Come up here, jerky troll. Ouch. Did I wield the dagger? Did I even pick up the dagger? Oh, I only have a club. I should find Gandalf again. Where is he? He had a dagger for me before. Excuse me. Where does Bilbo get Sting from in the story? Is it like from the elves or Gandalf? Where is Gandalf? Gandalf, I need more stuff. Hey, Hobbit. Yeah, I know I said this last week, but, you know, if I made my own game, I'd want to redo a lot of these graphics. And you can also alter the color palette, so you don't have to use, like, blue, green, and red. You could actually use white. You could use, I don't know all the different possibilities offhand, but I kind of hate that everything's green. People look, my face and Gandalf's face is green. Anyway, I don't really hate it. You know, it's really old software, right? Anyway, let all the elements act in accord and bring this one a noble sword. There we go. That's what I want. I think that's probably better than the random club I found. Give me the sword, please. Oh, wait, is it in my inventory already? I think it was last time. So let me just wield it. Boom, 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 boom. The only problem with color palette swapping is if you swap, you replace green with white, and all the trees and stuff are going to be white. But maybe you could set it in a snowy area. It's winter, perhaps. Dan says he finds Sting in the cave. The trolls were using it after they returned the stone by the sunrise. Oh, okay. Cool. But yeah, I think this is very loosely following the story. They didn't try to get too fancy with anything, I feel like. But anyway, I'm going to play it a little bit longer. I'm kind of feeling like this isn't not going to be really much great stuff here, but I'm going to try it a little bit longer. Oh, get Glamdrake the Foe Hammer. It's found by Gandalf in that cave too. Thanks for the reminder, Dan. Let's see if I can go to the door this time. Or should I explore that down area? Okay, here's another sword or dagger. Short sword. I mean, I think I'd rather use the dagger that Gandalf summoned for me with magic. It feels special. But knowing this game is just an ordinary dagger. Knowing this game, like I have vast experience with it. No, but I just kind of have a feeling that it's not. That, what is this, skeleton? What's going on here? That's a troll? Oh, it's the one behind me is a troll. What's that in front of me, though? Skeleton. There's no skeletons in the Hobbit, is there? Well, now I'm sandwiched between the two, so I'm probably dead. The skeleton looks weaker. Oh my god. Speaking of weak, I'm pretty weak. Alright, let's try to use something. Magic. Oh no. I meant to select the magic staff, but oh well. Here, get out of my way. Alright, I'm dead. Why is there a skeleton? That's... Alright. So I think it's safe to say that, I think it's safe to say this isn't really a good one. But do I want to continue or explore a different one? I think I'm just going to switch to a different one. So let's get out of here. How do I quit? Do I have to just reset? I want to continue playing from here. What does that mean if I'm dead and I hit F1? All right, so we're out of here. All right, don't add a player. All right, I guess I have to reset or something. I don't know what else to do. There might be a certain F key, maybe F1, F2, F3. Yeah, I'll just reset it. It's fine. Better attach the correct disk image first. There we go. Try the vampire one, says Eric. Yeah, sure. Dracula. And I do understand, because I used to try to make games with this tool, ACS. I do understand how hard it is to do, and it's very easy to just use a bunch of pre-made stuff. In fact, there is even a there's an option in the editor to just say let ACS finish your game, and you can do that from the get-go if you want. Just make a totally randomly generated game, or you can just say, all right, I'm kind of tired of this work in progress. Just let ACS finish it for me. All right, let's play an adventure. And Eric says pretty impressive for C64. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is pretty impressive. You have to wait a while. This is not the only game I've seen with like procedurally generated stuff for the 8-bit computer era. But you usually have to wait quite a while. I remember, like, let's see, 7 Cities of Gold lets you explore the real world or let it generate an imaginary world, and then you do wait like, I don't know, 10 minutes while it generates an imaginary world for you. What else has procedurally generated stuff? There's definitely some other games, but yeah, it's always kind of like you leave it leave it running for several minutes, if not an hour or so, depending on the game, and let it do its thing. Okay, so we're gonna try Dracula next. Well, I mean, maybe you're right, Dan. Also, the game has inherent limitations. Like my guy, my character didn't really have much life, and I don't know. Hunting Dracula by Daniel L. Mallet. We're operating at fast emulation speed. Let's slow it down for a moment. Hunting Dracula. And it could just be, I get past... Well, I mean, sure, he's supposed to be weak, but the game throws you into battles with bugbears and trolls and skeletons, so it's like... Sometimes, you do have to deal with a little bit of wonkiness. It's possible if I powered through it and died 3 or 4 times, maybe I would have gotten to a good part, but I don't know, I just don't feel like I have the patience for it right now. I feel like somehow I didn't see any glimpses of good design or anything that impressed me. I felt like, well, okay, they threw those default flowers in there, just that scream or whatever, and things like that. They're kind of making me feel like, I don't know about this. Anyway, Hunting Dracula. A young lawyer. Okay, still doing the music, so. You have been asked to visit the estate of. You've been asked. You've been asked to visit the estate of a noble Transylvanian count. Okay, I guess that means Transylvanian Count Vlad Dracula. You know little of the Count, but your strange voyage begins when you take the coach east from London. All right, let's go. All right. This can be Jonathan Harker. Let's call him Johnny Boy. There we go. The action moves to England and Eastern Europe at the same time, but it was not Western Europe in between them. Sorry, I don't want to feel like I'm nitpicking these things. It's kind of like, what? England and Eastern Europe at the same time? Whatever. Let's just say it's a map of Europe. Okay. So where am I here? Okay. Oh, I think I'm on Great Britain, and there's my boat. Let's go into this building first. Isle of Sheppey. That is an island in England off the northern coast of Kent. It's 42 miles from central London. Has an area of 36 square miles. Okay. All right, where are we here? Johnny Boy's going to pick up his dagger lying around. Johnny Boy takes dagger. Who's it? This guy was hiding under the dagger. Who are you? Welcome to Emily. Emily? On the Isle of Sheppey. We offer ports back to the mainland and to points east. Ships leave every few hours, so there is no need to rush. I do encourage you to explore the countryside while you are here. Fresh air is so precious. Okay, he's gone now. I killed him. Okay, I'm going to go on this road, I guess. Elmley, okay. Sheppey Way. Hello, lady. Or a person holding a bag. I don't know what you are. Oh, it's a bandit. Oh, they ran away, though. I guess I should wield my weapon already. I'll go left. I'll deal with the bandits later. Get her to, I guess, a healing spot. I'm in Queenborough. Where are we here? Halfway house. Okay. Just walked into the halfway house. There's some beds, rats. And the bandit. Oh, okay. That's where the bandit went. Giant rats. Not just ordinary rats. These rats were in the big house, and now they're in the halfway house. Okay, the giant rats and the bandit are fighting. Outcast monk. He sounds interesting. Excuse me. Let's kill the bandit. Bandit's leather armor absorbs the blow from Johnny Boy's dagger. Uh-oh. Twice in a row. Uh-oh. I might not be cut out to fight this bandit. Maybe I should glance at my stats, by the way. Excuse me. Comes a rat. I'll kill the rat. Outcast monk. What are you going to do, monk? You going to fight too? No, he doesn't want to fight. Johnny Boy, let's check my profile because I didn't do that before. Looks like I have high constitution and life force. And what do you say, Dan? You have the advantage of playing the actual game book already. Enjoyed the stream from the first perspective character you played. Forget exactly who it was. Nobleman guessed. Well, I played a few different characters in the game book. I think I started out as Jonathan Harker, and I switched to Mina Harker. Don't remember who else I played. Well, I think there's what is there, 3 characters or 3 or 4 characters you can play as, in addition to Dracula himself in that game book. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I want to fight these things. I'm attacking the outcast monk. Oh, good. I have a lot of life. Look at that. Well, let me try that other exit. The one at the top left. I mean, I guess I could get practice combating a little bit here. I seem to have a lot of life, so I'll probably win. So let me fight the bandit and the rats. I'll leave the monk alone. He doesn't seem to want to fight me, actually, that monk. Oh, yeah, the bandit, though, I can't actually hurt him. So far, of the 4 times I've hit him, his leather armor absorbed the blow. So I guess I can only fight the rats, really. Yeah, this is not going to work, is it? All right, let's kill the rats. The rats are kind of running away. Oh, no, this one's coming back. Okay, I'm going to speed up the CPU to let's go to 150. That's something we could not do back in the day. Take that, you rat. The bandit ran away. Bravely ran away. The giant rat rested and got healed. Oh man. The other one, the one at the top, is half dead. The monk leaves to chase the bandit, perhaps. Okay, I stabbed it twice. Yeah, I'm not doing a lot of damage, but you know, I feel good about my character with all this life, though, so that's good. Johnny boy, yes. All right, I killed 1 rat. Doesn't leave anything, but I didn't really expect it to. You know, I gotta finish that Dracula game book. I think I was close to the end, but I left it hanging, unfortunately. Da, da, da. I feel like you need a lot of cleverness to make a game in this. It doesn't just feel very samey. I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. I feel like too much of the combat is kind of like samey. Anyway, I don't want to be overly critical. It's still a really cool tool, this ACS. But let's see what is in this. All right. Oh, I can't go anywhere here. I have to go around, I guess. All right, so I'll go down, left, up. And there's a boat. Let's see how the healing space works. I forget. Do I like use it up, or can I just keep stepping there? That's mostly what I'm thinking about. I think I just use it up. You find a cache of herbal medicines which give you new life and energy. All right. So yeah, it was probably not the best time to use it. Excuse me. This guy looks kind of like me, but with different shirt and pants. We swapped colors. He went on the boat. All right, I'm gonna go on the boat too. Hey chap, I would love to take you, but you need a few pounds for passage. Cheers. Oh man. So where do I find money? The merchant? The merchant keeps going on the boat though. Can I sell something to you, merchant? I'm afraid if I bump into him, I'm just gonna attack him. All right, let's try it. Yeah. I don't mean to be killing random merchants. But now you're in the way, merchant. Get out of the way. There should be something like a talk action. So you can like set up triggers on spaces, I think, to, you know, kind of simulate a chat. But if there's a guy running around like this, I don't think you can say, hey, let me chat with him. All right, so I'm back in Queenborough. Okay. I don't know how to make some money. Let's, I probably have to kill the bandit, don't I? That could be it. All right, let's see if we can find the bandit. I think he's down here. Where are you, bandit? Show yourself. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make it a goal to finish up Dracula and Ultima 4. I gotta do that. Dracula would be easier to finish, I think, so maybe I'll start with that one. Maybe that'll be my thing for Saturday nights when Rob Bob doesn't want to join me. I will continue Dracula. And yeah, the thing about Ultima 4 is I always feel like I need some good prep time to figure out what I was doing again and what I want to do next. Anyway, I don't know where the heck the bandit is here, but I definitely do want to finish Ultima 4. All right, I don't know where the bandit went. Let's try going, let's say, to the right. Hello, I'm in East Church. Okay. It's very barren here. Nobody's home. What is that? A dog? A goat? It's a wild dog. Uh-oh. It's running away. Let me chase it. Let's chase it. Oh. Lays down on the sea. All right, I'm going to come back here, but let me explore the other area. What was that? The dog dropped some food or something? Let me check that out. Johnny Boy takes food container. Hooray. The food tastes good. It makes me feel better. Oh, you can't just hold it. It did bump up my life, though. Okay. Even beyond its max capacity. Excuse me. Got congestion happening. All right, guy who's beside the boat. What do you got to say? I probably need money here too, right? Hunting Dracula. Yep, this ship will take you to Romania. Well, actually, Bosnia. Romania is landlocked. Are you sure you're not forgetting something? I don't know. The money probably. Let's try going on the boat anyway. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I still don't have any ideas for how to get money except killing that bandit, but I lost track of where it is. Can't go down here. Or that weird monk guy, outcast monk. I don't know what that guy's doing. Is there anybody here I can? He's probably gonna say the same thing. I mean, this is kind of cool though. It looks like I would go on a different boat for different destinations. The last place was for not Romania directly, but someplace near it that I can't remember now. This is the ship to Sicily. Please hop on if you want to go to the island. For some, Sicily is an important stop on the way to points east. Interesting. Yeah, I still need money. All right, we got to find out how to make money. It could be I have to go to a different area entirely. Like go back to the overworld map and find some other location to go to make money, but I don't know. I still feel like that bandit is supposed to give me money. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, rat. You weren't here before. I smell a rat. All right. I'm pretty good at rat fighting now. Not good enough though. It parried my dagger. What kind of rat has parrying abilities? Maybe it blocked my stabby stab with its teeth. it caught the dagger in its teeth. Again with the parrying. All right, you're annoying. I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm getting tired of that combat. Okay. I may need to turn on my ceiling fan. Be right back. All right. I don't know where else is there to go. I went everywhere here, didn't I? Well, if I want to find that bandit, I don't know. This is the halfway house, right? Yep. Is he possibly in here still? There he is. Did he go down? He's very cowardly. Ah, there he is. Yeah, go get him, monk. The bandit parried outcast monk's hand. All right, I'm going back up. The bandit's going down. Maybe I should block the exit. Okay, we're fighting. I still don't know if I can actually pierce its armor at all, but I'm going to try. It parried. Harmed me. Missed. Bandit misses. Johnny boy misses. 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 Well done, guys. The monkey's like, I'm out of here. This is stupid. Johnny boy misses. Bandit misses. And his leather armor absorbs my blow again. I'm going to give it 3 more hits. If the next 3 hits are soaked up by the leather, I'm giving up on this. Miss. Okay, that's 1. I should probably already give it up. 2. All right. I'm giving it 1 more try, though. Okay, that's it. I cannot hurt it. Oh, it says an extra time, a 5th time. Okay. Yeah, it was not going to work. All right. All right, see you, bandit. Stanza, they keep waiting for you to find some holy water, garlic, wooden stakes, etc. Yeah, so far, not much of that happening. I can't go on this boat, can I? I tried this one, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah, this is the one with the merchant. Oh, he's actually actively attacking me. All right, merchant, you asked for it. I mean, I'm getting stabbed more than he is so far, but if we're gonna do this, let's do it. Ah. Standard, let me fight you. I mean, I did start it earlier. And here's the bandit again. Ah. It's kind of confusing where people are, because if you're standing in the way of like a gateway to another screen and oh god, the bandit dropped money. Did you see that? There's another bandit over here. I'm gonna pick up that money. Then maybe I can take a boat. Ah. The bandit was just like, I don't want money anymore. Wow, I got 200 gold. Is that our unit of currency? Okay, I'm gonna take this boat. I don't even remember where this one goes. I just want to go somewhere. What happened? I went into it and then popped right back out. Did I lose some money in the process? I don't even know how much I have. Where can I see that? Profile? No, I still have 200 wealth. Maybe this is not where I'm supposed to go yet is all. All right. I guess I should go to the one that goes to Eastern Europe. I don't remember where that one goes. So. All right, so I'm getting away from these losers. Yeah. These beds, I think these beds are healing me when I step on them. Watch this, I'm going to step on the bed above me. Oh, yeah, look at that. Lovely beds in this halfway house. But you don't even have to spend much time resting. You just step over them. Get away from me, guys. Maybe the giant rat has some garlic for me. Don't you parry my dagger, you jerk. How do you do this? It's harming me. Man. Fine, run away, you chicken. Are you a chicken or are you a rat? Chicken, fight like a rat. Alright, I'm leaving. I'll be the chicken. Alright, which one had our boat to Eastern Europe? I think it was the top one. Wild dog. Okay, here we are in the boat. And what happens now? Oh, cool. The action actually moves to England and East Europe. Hopefully in a different area than I was already at. Yeah, it should be the Eastern Europe section. Okay. Now I kind of get why they named the map like that. I think there's only one overworld map with one name, so you can't separate England and Eastern Europe, in other words. All right, so where am I going here? Into the woods? I can't scroll east anymore. Can't go into the water. Maybe I can scroll north. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna take the long way, the hard path through the dense forest. Now let's check out the red, whatever that is, entryway to something. All right, we're in Terrain, Albania. How do you say that? Tirane? Tirana. It's spelled with an A at the end, according to my Googling. Hello, Mr. Blue. How are you? Welcome to Albania. From here, you want to continue northeast toward Romania. You will pass through Macedonia and Serbia on your way on the map, or you could just walk east by southeast towards Elbasan, and there is a carriage driver that takes people. Let's go screenshot this in case I forget. I think this guy's going to disappear after I listen to it. I guess I'm going to just try going northeast, though, to Romania. Okay. Some chairs. The chairs don't heal me, unfortunately. This is St. Paul, so I guess we're in a church. Any secret doors in the church? The door is securely locked. Oh. Now we're in St. Maria. That door's not locked. Okay. We are in the monastery. Ah, beds again. I'm just hopping from one bed to another. And here is another outcast monk. Why are they all outcasts? They're out of here. They're like, I don't like this guy. Okay, can I do anything in here? I don't really feel like searching every wall for a secret door. That's my NetHack instincts kicking in. Or some kind of instinct. Okay, let's rest in bed. Ah. My health went down. Yeah, I don't understand this thing. In this game, your health just goes down because it likes to do that. I'm resting and it's going down even more. Ah. I'm going to die from the mysterious unknown thing that makes my health go down. Is there anything I can see in my profile that might shine a light on why I'm losing health? No. Am I like hurt or something? I don't know. That would be represented by health. I mean, by life, so I don't know. Okay, let's go to the right. We're in E852. What does that mean? Hello. Here the carriage will take you to the Count. However, be careful. A deadly assassin is on the loose. Escapes from a local jail. Perhaps your ride will be safer if you rid the town of his presence. Okay. So I gotta kill the assassin to be safe from the assassin. Here's some food. Oh, here he is. Hello, assassin. Oh boy, it's leather armor. I don't think I can penetrate leather armor, we've established. He's killing me. I mean, it might have something to do with the defense rating of that other guy, so maybe it'll be different here, but I'm not really expecting much. I'm expecting to get killed, however. Let me grab the food. Ugh, gotta die here. Food. The assassin is stabbing me, so I shove a hamburger in my mouth. Whatever they eat. Probably not hamburgers. The time-honored tradition in video games. Have you gotten shot, stabbed, blown up? Try eating some food you find on the ground. I don't see myself fighting this guy. I don't know what to do. I don't have any armor, by the way, do I? Run away. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Is there anything I can use? I have nothing. Ugh, I'm dead. That's the end of Johnny Boy. I imagine it's very hard to balance these adventures that you make. I would say make everything early on just super wimpy. Like the worst case, somebody's steamrolling over these wimpy guys. I don't think anybody will complain. But the dying to early stuff sucks. All right, same note about different carriages. Could go to a different place. Oh yeah, Dan says, did you ever make any ACS adventures as a kid? I absolutely did. I was obsessed with this game. I spent so many hours making games because I always loved the idea of making games, and this was a tool that let me do it. For the most part, I was very young though when I had this. When we first got this game in my household, I was probably like 8 years old or so. So I wasn't very good at it at first, and there wasn't really anything coherent. But eventually, I worked at it, and I made a couple of completed games. There were 2 games that I made based on my younger sister's imaginary monster named Koki. This always comes up when I do an ACS stream. So the first one was called The Revenge of Koki, or Koki's Revenge. And I don't know, it was just pretty much random fantasy stuff with Koki being the boss. Koki was a green monster with red eyes that my little sister was afraid of. I'm gonna see if I can run for the exit without the assassin getting me. And yeah, it was pretty basic and all, but I got a little more clever with the sequel, which was called Koki's Eggs, because Koki reproduced by laying eggs. I think I made up that part, not my sister. And so I had this game where you had to hunt down all these eggs of Koki strewn about in different areas. And I managed to make it so that there were like different stages of transformation. Like that, there was a whole egg, and if an egg was on the same screen as you, it did something like over enough turns or something triggered it to kind of change into the next form, which was an egg with cracks in it, so it was hatching. And then from there, a little baby Koki would come out. He was like a little green monster with a blue diaper. I remember I'm working with this limited palette. If I had to describe what Koki looked like, probably the simplest basis of comparison I can think of is Gumby. It kind of looked like Gumby with red eyes. Okay, where am I here? Did I just come out of that little castle thing? I guess it must have. And so yeah, then the baby Kokis would transform into a full-size Koki, and that's when they were really dangerous. So your goal was to kind of explore all these different areas and try to smash the eggs before, if you could, ideally, or otherwise kill all the Kokis. All right, so I have nothing I can do. I can't go down, left, right, except go up. Oh, I'm in the Count's castle now. Okay. Yeah, I made various other games too that I can't remember anything about. It's mostly the Kokis that stand out in my mind. I remember the name of one of mine. It was called one of my other games. It was called Towers of Garrison. I don't know what the heck that meant. Mr. Garrison, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Castle Dracula. I am the Count. Please step into the dining room where dinner is waiting. Okay. But yeah, I spent so much time with this because I just thought it was a cool thing. It's very slow going. You have to go through all these different editor screens, and kind of like how this playing the game is slow going. Using the editors is very slow going too. So I kind of wouldn't mind playing with it again, but I would want like a modern user interface just to do the creating, and then maybe that tool, hypothetical tool that I have in my mind only could export to the file format that the game supports. I think that would be fun to play with. But as is, I don't think I want to play with this utility. And also, you can't like point and click on things. You have to use the joystick to like select. Say you want to change a graphic, you have to like scroll through the different options with the joystick, press it, and then the zoomed in version of the kind of bitmap image comes up with each individual pixel, and you would have to like move the joystick to each one, select the color over here, and draw each pixel by it's really it's really slow going and tedious. I think somebody mentioned in the comments on my first ACS stream that if I wanted to use mouse, I could do so if I use the Amiga ACS, which maybe I should upgrade to that. I kind of like sticking with the one I knew as a kid because I don't know, I guess I'm attached to it. But the Amiga version is more advanced. It has kind of richer graphics. I think it's probably not as slow going. I think I heard that. And you can use the mouse. Oh yeah. If I did want to make my own game, maybe it would be worth switching to Amiga. Anyway, my apologies. The dining room is to your left. You may leave your bags here if you wish. You can take this way up to your room after you dine. And Dan says, I'm imagining a cross between Stranger Things and Gremlins by but Koki's Revenge, certainly much less dark. Yeah, probably. I remember being kind of proud of my design in Koki's Eggs, but Revenge of Koki was just like a hot mess, if I recall correctly. But I learned a lot about how hard it is to design something good and coherent. Like, first thing I did, again, I was probably like 8 years old, playing with the overworld map editor. I'm just like, all right, here's some mountains, here's some water, here's some swamps. Or like, it's not really good to just spray paint a map like that. You got to consider kind of the flow and try to make consistent geographical regions. Like, here's a mountainous region, and at first it's lower hills, and then as you go deeper into it, it becomes bigger mountain and things like that. I don't know. It's probably obvious to anyone over 8 years old, but but yeah, I played with this quite a lot for maybe a couple of years as a kid. Maybe like, just to hazard a guess, ages 8 to 10 or something like that. Anyway, yes, I move fast. Please sit and eat. The night gets late. Please forgive me if I do not dine with you, but I have already had my supper for the evening. I never dine this late. Please make your way to your room. Okay. Oh, this is the big table it's supposed to be. Look at that. All right. Did I do anything? I'm going to try touching the tables, but I don't really think I can do anything. Guess I just have to go back. Hey, you could say Kogi's Eggs was a little bit Gremlins-like. That actually might be fun to try to make a Gremlins game in ACS. They're very similar with the eggs and all. The only difference is they're not starting as mogwais that get they eat something after midnight and then turn into an egg. That would be like an extra step. What are these? I took a tapestry. I'm just taking the tapestries. I'm going to collect them all. Can I use them? No. Ah, I found a key underneath the tapestry. Oh. Am I really carrying the tapestries? I guess I am. I'm not carrying any more tapestries. I think the only purpose of taking them is so that you can find that hidden key. I think I'll just drop them. I'm assuming it's only that one key, but I have to check them all anyway, right? Can't just ignore the rest. All right, so that's it. I'm going to drop the other tapestries. So I have a key, but these are stairs. And we have a rat and another rat. We're in the basement. Look at that. There's a very suspicious wall in the lower right. At least these rats are not giant. But yeah, now I think a Gremlins adventure might be in order. I remember one of my creations, I think it was in a Koki adventure. Maybe not though. Was I tried to make like a giant, I don't remember exactly what it was called or supposed to be, but it was supposed to be a very large creature represented by multiple tiles. So like, you see how I'm like above the rat. Imagine I'm the head and then the rat is the body, and then I have like arms and legs. So it was like, I don't know, something like 5 or 6 or 7 different tiles for one monster. But the problem is there was no way to coordinate them to move together. So basically I made this giant thing, and then the head would walk off, and then the arm would walk off over here, stuff like that. But I think I just left that in anyway, even though it makes no sense. I was trying to get clever with the game, and okay, let me make a giant. Yeah, it's unfortunate how limited the monsters are, like, or the NPCs are. I think to make a good game, you have to get really clever with like triggers, and like you step on this space, and it gives you some spell that you can use over here, kind of like in that Rivers of Light game that I was playing. Anytime you make an NPC type, there's like 2 or 3 behaviors, and they all feel very samey. And you can't just chat with an NPC. You have to make like a designated square that'll like make a message pop up or something like that. If you want to give choices in a chat, you'd probably have to say like step here to answer yes, or step here to answer no. You managed to squeeze your way into the narrow passage. Okay. So I'm in the basement, squeezing into a narrow passage. Oh, here we go. Coffins filled with dirt, or is it actually money? You disturb the sleep of the undead. Is it fighting me? Where did I just take damage and that's it? You disturb the sleep of the undead. Let's take a look at my health. My health did not go down, I don't think. I'm gonna take a rest. Oh, there's a oh jeez. Not just a bat. Oh, look at his life. Oh no. It can shoot too. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Okay. Right in the face. Stone gaze. Turning me to stone? I don't think vampires can do that. Ooh, that one missed me by a hair. I don't know if I'm ready for this battle here. I think I'm gonna die. Oh no, direct hit. Oh, I dodged it. Yay. How many shots does it get? Oh no. I remember Stone Gaze is a built-in attack though. So they must have just decided to select that because it sounded good. You give that to a Medusa or a Gorgon or something. Alright, so I clearly cannot handle fighting these guys. And if I keep messing with these coffins, I'm gonna have to fight multiple. So I guess I gotta run away. Do I want to run left or right? I mean, right. If I run left, I have to bypass the vampire. That's probably the better way to go. I'm gonna run right. Look how fast it is. It's got high everything. It's gonna come up to me, attack me. Oh god. It's shooting. All right. I don't know if I can survive this volley. It missed. I think it missed again. All right. Keep missing, please. Ah, woo. Just by a hair. Oh god. The other vampire, I woke up. All right. I gotta get out of here. That one's got me. Oh no. Right in the head. I dodged it. Oh god. I dodged it again. Johnny boy. Johnny boy is better than I thought. Oh, I missed. Oh no. Johnny boy dodge again. Yeah. Johnny boy, you're doing it. Oh no. Still alive, barely. Get down here. I'm probably just going deeper into the dungeon at this point. Or the basement. So that first vampire is just kind of stumbling around. Okay, they're actually leaving me alone somehow. There's I'm in the catacombs where there's an interesting wall. That doesn't look suspicious at all. Hello, wall. It's a wall monster. What? That's not in Dracula. Bye. He's gonna come after me. Okay. Wall monster. I think that is a built-in thing. Treasure room. Well, I can get rich, maybe. I don't know if I can survive exiting this place. But I can get a bunch of diamond packets. Woohoo! And what's that? A rope. That can be useful. Jewel packet. Okay, I'm maxed out on jewel packets. I don't know. I'll try dropping one here. Just to see if there's anything underneath this. Okay, yeah, I gotta rest. I'm gonna rest in this cozy treasure room. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about those vampires. I have to get past them. Gonna keep resting. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so like I said last week, there's nothing really to discourage you from resting as much as you want if you're in a room all by yourself. There's no ticking timer of food. Although sometimes my life gets in a state that it just decides to go down for a while, so I don't know what that's about. But usually if you rest while that's happening, you can outpace that decrease. Whatever's causing it. Where was the answer? Where did I come in from? I'm trapped in here forever. I'm checking every door. I think I'm trapped. Every wall. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back out here. All right, that's good. I bypassed the vampires. Let's check the other stairs. Dan says, nice to see you tried to push the limits of ACS, but yeah, using simple construction set, going to be mostly samey. Yeah, unless someone could expand ACS, but only 64K for everything that's already there. That's why game devs often write their own game engine for truly novel game concepts. Yeah, for sure. I mean, kind of wish there were some like tweaks you can make the combat and things like that, but Ghost. Hello, Ghost. And the NPC behavior, yeah, again, it's just very same. Oh, Cry of the Undead is shooting me. That doesn't sound good. Uh-oh. Stop crying at me. All right, I don't know if I can handle this ghost. Probably not. See you, ghost. Uh-oh. Okay. So I think if you get out of the room and it doesn't follow you in that one turn after you leave, that it will not be able to pursue you. Guess I might as well rest. Another game, or a game making thing I always wanted to play with was Game Maker. Gary Kitchen's Game Maker. I never got my hands on it though. I seem to remember it was extraordinarily expensive, if I'm not mistaken. And the funny thing is, I got to meet Mr. Gary Kitchen about a month ago at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. I never tried his Game Maker though. He mentioned it though. Each of the guests were talking about the different games they made. It was the Audacity Games crew: David Crane, Gary and Dan Kitchen, and John Van Ryzen. Anyway, Even with the rope, a landing in the rocky waters may be dangerous. Perhaps there's another way. I see. This is me considering escaping on this balcony. All right. But even with the rope, it's too dangerous, it says. Well, maybe the ghost can help me out. Seem to be moving slower. Am I really carrying a ton of stuff? What I all the jewels and stuff. That's what I picked up. I'm still carrying a tapestry. I don't mean to be doing that, but they don't seem heavy. I feel like the packets of diamonds and jewels are heavier than the tapestry. Is that a vampire? Oh god. Well, here we go. It's gonna shoot me with stone gaze again. I wonder if that's supposed to represent I don't know what it's supposed to represent. But again, I remember that's a built-in weapon. Now you can make all the weapons that you want. That's actually a pretty customizable thing. You can make a ranged weapon. You can make it whether it's droppable or not. So something inherent in your attack, like claws and fangs or stone gaze, it cannot be dropped. You can choose like the range, damage, stuff like that. Obviously the name. So I guess this is supposed to be, all I can think of is a vampire using like their hypnotic gaze at me, but that shouldn't hurt me. So I really don't understand why it's shooting at me exactly. But hey, Cheesy's in the house, and he says that furniture looks like pinball machines. Wait, the bed looks like a pinball. Oh, the chairs too, I guess. Yeah, I can't handle these vampires. I gotta run away. What's this? Securely locked. I do have a key. I feel like it would be automatically used, however. Yeah, I must have a key to a different door. How's it going over by you, Cheesy? I'm playing this adventure construction set again. This is a game. Well, adventure construction set is a kind of a utility to make your own games, but I'm playing one made by some random person out there on the internet. It's a Dracula game. Pretty much follows the story. I tried a Hobbit game as well earlier, but that one was bad and kind of a hot mess. Or I just died too much, at least. This one's a little better, but I think I'm gonna die probably. I'm dodging these attacks quite a bit. Do I have like a high dodge score or something? 32. It doesn't give me the arrow, the green arrow, to indicate that it's really good. And yet I'm dodging them a lot. All I have is this basic dagger still. If I had a stake, maybe I would try going to attack. Try going toe to toe with the vampire. Stone gaze. What I think I was getting at before is I think stone gaze is one of the built-in weapons, and they just didn't want to change it to something else, I guess. But it's not really I'm dodging it a lot, and it's also not really doing that much damage when it hits, it feels like. I'm dodging it a ton somehow. Should I try checking a bookcase for the heck of it? I don't think that's gonna help me. Yeah, I'm dodging it a lot. Maybe I should play some pinball on these on these machines that Dracula has strewn about his castle. Did they ever make a Dracula themed pinball game? They must have done that. Aren't you a pinball fan, Cheesy? I know our usual regular guest Ryan loves pinball. All right, another bedroom. Yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula for sure. Somehow that Dracula has gotten a lot of representation on my channel. I was playing through a really good Dracula game book a few months back. I kind of left it in progress. I would like to finish that soon. Whoa, what do we got here? We're in a room called Butler's Scuttle. And I can drink a lot of wine, it looks like. At least I can take the wine. And not carry any more wine. All right, should I try drinking one? Oh, it's vine. It's vine, not wine. I'm drinking wine. This was not wine. It's some. It's blood. Okay. It's something else similar in consistency, but not wine. Oh, I have to target somebody. I'll target myself reluctantly. What'd it do? Did I hurt myself? I will drop the vine. I kind of just want to see if there's anything underneath these wines or vines or whatever they're. Food container. You can't carry the food container. You use it right away. So I healed up a little bit. I'm back here. All right. Oh. Was I here before? I'm sorry. I'm getting lost. Yeah, this is where I was from here. Okay. Yep. All right. Oh, now I triggered the vampire again. All right. Not sure where to go at this point. I guess we could go back down the stairs. Or try to fight the ghost. Should I try to fight the ghost? Can I even hurt the ghost? Dan says, would be Sierra game like tragically funny if the secret only way to kill Dracula was to drop the tapestry on him and then stake holy water him after you discard all the tapestries as worthless weight. Yeah, sure. I mean, just from the last game that I played, Rivers of Light, I found that encumbrance was such a annoying issue. I decided to just kind of trained me not to carry a bunch of stuff. I don't know if this is gonna work. I think this guy's more dangerous than the vampires. Let me see how much health I have after this barrage. Oh, it's kind of hurting. I'm gonna go for stabbing him anyway. Let's see if that works. We're missing and missing and missing. Johnny Boy parries Ghost's deadly touch. Johnny Boy parries it. He got me with deadly touch. Let's see my life. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should run. All right, see ya. Now it's gonna shoot me with its cry of, what's it called? Deadly cry or something? Cry of undead. It's like wah, wah. I dodged its cry. Maybe that means I just covered my ears in time. Ah. I put in earplugs. See, please don't follow me. Uh-oh. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I'm going up the stairs. Or down the stairs, whatever it is. Shoot. Hey, I stabbed it. I did. I only did a sliver of damage to its massive life meter, however. It might finish me off here, actually. Yeah, keep dodging, Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy dies. Womp womp. All right, let's restore and resurrect. I'm tempted to try a different adventure at this point. I wonder if I need to explore other areas first before going to the Count's castle. Can I even do that, though? I don't think I can backtrack at this point. It doesn't let me out. Oh, look at that. Okay. I was actually going to say, because on the map I was on, I was like stuck in the mountains and I couldn't move anywhere except into the castle. But it looks like you also can't leave the castle. You go out the front door and it puts you right back there. All right, so I'm here now. Good evening and welcome to Castle Dracula. I am the Count. Please step into the dining room where dinner is waiting. All right. Well, let's rest. I'll give Johnny Boy his last life. And after this, perhaps I'll try that dude from the forums game. It's called, something with Jade in the name, I think. I mean, he made a bunch of games, but that's the one I have ready to go. As I was saying earlier, you have to prep an adventure before you play it. You have to use this utility that makes a copy of the adventure disc that's ready to play. And it takes like 5 minutes of writing to disk, copying this. Yes, I move fast. Please sit and eat. The night gets late. Please forgive me if I do not dine with you, but I have already had my supper for the evening. I never dine this late. Please make your way to your room. Yeah. I kind of wish there was something going on in this room, like you could eat something and it would give you creepy messages at least, or something. But that's all there is here, it looks like. And this is kind of, again, you could get creative with the objects. You could make a like, obviously, look, they tried to sort of imitate a large table by putting down several table objects, but you could probably make like I don't know, 2 endpoints that look like they have legs, and then just sort of a flat board section. You could have several of those lined up. So yeah, you can get creative with the editors, but you know, it takes time and creativity. My apologies. The dining room is to your left. I already went there. You may leave your bags here if you wish. You can take this way up to your room after you dine. Yeah, last time I talked to him first there. So I guess they kind of expected you to do that in that order. Anyway, the key was over here. Right under this tapestry. Or was it the one below it? That one. Okay. I will hold on to one tapestry in case Dan is right. I don't know. I don't like how it slows down my move, honestly. So I will actually go back on that idea. Right, was there only... So what else can I do in here? Should I be searching in those coffins for something that's not a vampire, maybe? I don't know what. So I was in that room with the several coffins. I tried the first 2 and both contained vampires. So that was the point at which I was like, I'm out of here. But I feel like I might need to find something in one of those coffins. Johnny Boy harms a rat. Just getting my melee practice in here, leveling up. Rat dies. Okay, take that, you rat. It's almost dead. It parried my dagger. Again, I wonder what it's doing there. Is it snapping at my dagger? I'm about to stab it. It bites the blade, deflecting my blow. Okay, I'm squeezing my way through the passage. Here's our coffin room. Now, the first 2 were vampires. They might all be. Could be one of them is Dracula. So he'd be the hardest vampire. I'm going to go from the opposite end. At least I'll be right near the exit here. Here we go. You have disturb the sleep of the undead. All right. So that's the same generic message as before. I could just try to fight it. I don't know if I can kill it without wooden stakes. But instead of opening a whole bunch of them and unleashing chaos, I could just try to fight one, see if it lets me kill one. I feel like it. I don't know. Let's try it. I'm gonna try it. It's probably foolish. I don't know if the game has any way of saying this monster is only vulnerable to one weapon. And yet my dagger is probably so wimpy it might not work anyway. What do you got to say, Dan? I didn't really think the game was nearly that deep to use the tapestries, but in a game I made, I would think complex use of the game objects like a Sierra adventure. Can't imagine all the rage quits now. Well, I mean, that could be okay, but you should give some kind of a hint as to the purpose of that tapestry. Somehow. It doesn't have to be like a text message. It could be something organically hinting you at it somehow. Okay, oh, maybe you can make immunity. Look at that. Oh, you know what you can make? You can make magical immunity or something like that. I just remembered that. I think that's what they did. So probably only magical stuff will harm the vampires. All right, so I can't harm it. So do I run away again? I don't know. I guess for my own knowledge, I don't know if I'll survive, but for my own knowledge, I will try to open all these coffins. Or as many as I can before I die. It's just going to shoot at me some more. Hopefully I can open another one or two at least. It's hitting way too much. I don't like this. Here we go again. Dodges. All right. Whew. It gets a lot of shots at me. That's dependent on your move, I believe. All right, let's hit this one. Disturb the sleep of the undead again. Hooray. And once again. It's probably just all this. Okay, I'm doomed like next turn. All right, my turn's over. There's no way they're not going to just murder me at this point. Stop shooting me. The stone gave. I'm not even getting lucky with the misses and dodges. Oh, that was a miss. All right. Oh, yeah, Johnny boy. I'm going to have like how many of them? 5 of them shooting me this much. Okay, they didn't come out yet somehow. All right. Oh, look at this one's different. The chest squeaks open on rusty hinges to reveal it's probably Dracula, which isn't going to help me any. Oh, key. Can I carry any more keys? What the? Hold on. That means I'm supposed to use the other key I had on something. I don't know what though. I can't even pick up this one. Excuse me. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm getting too tired for this. Well, do I go right or left? I don't think I'm surviving either way. Go right. Can always come back when I figure out a use case for my key. But why aren't the other vampires appearing? I guess they figure this guy can kill me by himself. Like, we're gonna nap. That one's got it. That one's got it covered. He's shooting my feet. Tiny boy dies. Oh, I feel like I had another key there. Oh, here they come. Now they will feast on my corpse or something. All right, so I said that would be my last life for this adventure, actually. So let's check out another one. After we watch vampires bop around. Yeah, when I was searching for, like a modern editor for this game, I didn't find one, but I found somebody made ACS Viewer. So it was a modern tool for Windows where you could view the adventure. It's just you couldn't edit it. So I was thinking, if I had extra free time, which I don't, I could maybe try to modify that so you could actually edit it as well. It's open source and everything. All right, so we'll be done with this one. Dracula has defeated me too often. Let's go to warp speed. Perhaps we'll go to ludicrous speed. What do you got to say, Dan? Soft locking the game if you lost something or have to try, or having to try every conceivable combination of items raged on now. But what I grew up on, and I enjoy the brain teasing hard difficulty when I saw that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't have patience these days. I mean, sometimes it was kind of BS, and it can be a time waster. Right, if a game doesn't just, like a game should just kill you or something if it's impossible. Or just say, I don't know, or not let you lose the item. But yeah, I mean, it's a different point of view that we have these days regarding game design, I guess. All right, so what else should we play? I think I wanted to try one by that dude who posted on the forum, so let's do that. It's called Jade Adventure or something like that. Excuse me. So yeah, again, that guy, he posted on this forum in 2023, just uploading a batch of his games, and he was like talking to himself, and he was like, he's like, I think I'm the only one who actually ever plays this anymore, but here are my ACS games if anyone wants to try them. So he was kind of pleased I replied. I don't know if I would say I play this, though. I'm just kind of giving it a try again, and mostly I'm being let down, honestly. But I don't know. This game is still, I still have some fondness of this game because I grew up with it. Anyway, Jade World is right here. Let's load that. Though there was a contest back in the day. Here we go. Jade World by John E. Baber or Baber. Let's turn off fast speed so we can hear the music normally. All right, again, he's playing the sci-fi theme that's built in. You can't make your own music in this game. You can only use pre-selected, pre-made ones. All right. Jade World. Welcome to the world of Jade Man Kung Fu, where you, as a novice, can master a myriad of fighting forms. And if you succeed, you can then go on to learn mystical forms of Kung Fu undreamt of. Then the final struggle begins for mastery of Jade World. Okay. Let's master Jade World. I know Kung Fu. Today I will be a rope. You can choose any graphic that you want for your character. So it lets you cycle through all the objects and everything. Get stupid though. It's best to go right. I was going left, which shows you the objects and stuff. All right, so here's our generic guys. I'll be this guy. All right. He looks kind of like a leprechaun or something. I'll just be the leprechaun. Okay. But I'm in a kung fu setting, so it can be leprechaun. Ah, I got nothing. Leprechaun. Action moves to ancient China. Okay, we're in ancient China. We want to master the jade stuff, whatever. Jade, we're in Jade Land. All right, I guess the first thing to do is to enter this place. Huhuan Province. Now I will turn up the CPU again to 150. All right, what have we here? Looks like a bunch of scrolls, a sword, a lantern or something, and a little house. Leprechaun takes bamboo sword. There's infinite bamboo swords right there. Okay, let's wield one of them. To the right is a shield. Oh. All right, off the bat, we got a sword and shield. Not bad. Let's take a look at her stats real quick. Okay. I think that dude on the forum said you need to have good dexterity. You're advised starting with good dexterity. Unfortunately, all you can do is like start over again if you don't like what you have. I think 14 is the best I've gotten so far, perhaps. So I can roll with that. Anyway, what are these things in the corner? Jade World. There are 2 more villages after this one, and you can freely travel between them. Unfortunately, each one is more dangerous than the last one. And recall the words of Gru. Relax, I can smell danger, and there is none for miles. I guess he's referring to Gru the Wanderer, that comic book. It was a Marvel comic book about this. It was illustrated by Sergio Aragonés, who also did Mad Magazine. And Gru the Wanderer was like a really dumb but extremely dangerous warrior. He wielded 2 katanas, even though he was not like in an Asian setting kind of a thing. So it was kind of a running joke about where did Gru get his katanas. There was like a whole community, like letters to the editor, where people would joke and make comments, and so people would always ask, where did Gru get his katana? Anyway, he would always be extremely dangerous. He could kill anything. He could kill like an army by himself, but he was also extremely dumb and extremely prone to being manipulated by others. So, you know, an evil villain could kind of convince him to, you know, attack the good guys or whatever. And he always wound up causing utter chaos and disaster. It was a funny comic. Anyway, I can smell danger and there is none for miles. I think that's the Gru they're referring to. Did I err? Yeah, actually, he likes your name, Cheesy Whiz. It reminds me that he likes to eat cheese dip. He's obsessed with eating cheese dip. And yeah, that was one of his phrases. Did I err? Every time he would like get called out for totally screwing something up, like somebody's angry at him, and he goes, "Did I err?" That's a funny one. Anyway, welcome to Huhuan Province, the first region in this 15-region adventure. Oh, wow, nice. Armed bandits are marauding the village, and your only means of defending yourself are the weapons you find. There is a dread poison entity lurking about also. Dread poison entity. Fighters with a decent life and dexterity 15 plus are your best chance. All right. Well, I have 14. I'll just roll with it, I guess. I don't have, I don't know what my life is. Was it 11? Eh. Characters with lower abilities can carry equipment or be kept out of melee fights in favor of sneaking in missile attacks. Okay. Leaving a battle is a fine tactic, so save often. Cheese dip. Yeah, cheese dip. You love cheese dip. He would like eat it with his hands. He would like stick it in a jar, shovel it in. Gru the Wanderer. Although your fighters start out with a slow speed, you will gain a faster movement rate called Lightfoot, which will enable you to fly through the air and outpace superior enemies. Okay. I can see maybe this. I feel like this designer was cognizant of. I'm just getting this feeling cognizant of some of the limitations inherent in ACS and is trying to like work around it. Even if to some degree it's just saying, hey, you should have high dexterity. All right. So I don't know, I have a better feeling about this one. Also, you can leave a room and force your foes to split up. Okay. All right, so which way to go? Let's check out this little housey thing in the center. Marketplace. Okay. This is the shield I already have, right? Yeah, so I don't want to buy that. I have 0 money for one thing. But this is a bow staff. Okay, cool. The bow staff costs more than the bamboo, so it's probably better. The bamboo sword. But yeah, I need to get some money. Actually, can I sell? Can I sell anything? Press button to sell. I can sell the bamboo swords for 4. If that really is an unlimited bamboo sword generator, I could make enough money that way. That feels probably cheesy. And it might not be unlimited. It could just be a stack of 4 of them. Because one thing you can do in this game is you can play with up to 4 players. And a lot of the adventures are just made with like 1 player in mind. And if you play it with 2, this is going by my past experience. If you play with, say, 2 or 3, you can wind up breaking a game, or like the game doesn't give you enough stuff. So this guy who's, let me just test my theory. This guy seems pretty cognizant of the game's limitations and stuff. So I wonder if he put a pile of 4 bamboo swords here. Oh, it looks like he put 3 there. Okay. Not even really a limitation of the game, but it's more like, hey, you should probably consider when multiple players might want to actually play. Who's this guy? A hired thug. Okay. Well, let's beat him over the head with a bamboo sword. Yeah, early combat in this game is always like this. Miss, miss, miss. Hired thug's shield is destroyed. All right. I harmed him. Take that. I parried him. Parried his blow. What else about Guru the Wanderer? Guru the Wanderer had a pet dog named Referdo, and Referdo thought the world of Guru when nobody else did. His friend the Sage also had a dog, and that was kind of a running thing where all the letters to the editor would ask, "Hey, what is the Sage's dog's name?" Because they never said it, and eventually they revealed the Sage's dog's name to be Mulch. Just because it was like, I don't know, it was like an old wise sage walking around with his dog named Mulch. It was just unexpected, I guess. Excuse me. Mulch. All right, so as usual, these combats are tough. I would say if I were making a game like this, make the early combats like super easy. Make their life really low, the enemy's life really low. It's just such a slog early on, and you might die too. Which again, I feel like this guy is aware of the game's shortcomings, but he did not make this thug super wimpy, as I'm saying. He maybe should have, but he did say you should have 15 dexterity. I don't know. Maybe that figures into the hitting, so if you hit more often, it's not like miss. But my 14 is pretty good, right? Anyway, I've almost got him. Yay, hired thug died. All right, can I get anything? Oh, his sword. And some money. Do I want to buy, what, there was a bow staff for 25, I think. But is the sword better? Who knows? What's going on here? And what's with that corner? I'm probably just overthinking things. Yeah, it's nothing. I'm like, let me check for secret doors. Is there anything fishy here? All right. Oh, are these thugs as well? You know what? I should rest. It's a goon. Before we fought a thug. Now it's a goon and another thug. But I am off screen, so I can rest indefinitely. Okay. Let's see if I'm a little bit better with this sword, perhaps. Now, it doesn't really tell you that. Oh, Hired Thug sword is destroyed. That's interesting. I'm trying to see, does it actually tell you anything about? Yeah, it doesn't. About like the sword strength or your weapon, like whatever weapon you have equipped. I don't think it does. Did I ever wield the equip the shield? Oh, all right. What, are you running away? You gonna pick up that candle or whatever that is? What you got to say, Dan? Dan says, if I ever have a hard time killing a beginner character, I immediately think I probably need some leveled up equipment or skill I need first and should just come back later. You just battle slog till the well, that's kind of usually how it goes in this game. You battle slog. I mean, you could try to run away from these guys, but they're often in the way. Well, let me just try to get this candle or whatever this thing is. Eating the candle and drinking the ink gives you. Why am I eating the candle? All right. And I feel like as long as I have this upper hand, like my life is good and everything, I should just keep practicing. Because every time you, I think it's every time you hit, you get some sort of XP, which isn't shown to you. But it levels up your melee skill. So you have to get practice beating the weaklings. There's no like concept of leveling up, like, hey, you leveled up now, but you just gradually increase your skill with combat. So early on, you do have to deal with these fights if you want to have any hope of hitting anybody. You can tell I feel like I'm already hitting more often. It could just be luck, but and there is a goon. A goon ran up to the north. I guess I'll have to deal with the goon next. Mess. I wonder if I can shoot anything. No. Just wanted to see if maybe I could throw a bamboo sword. I guess it doesn't make sense. With a bamboo spear, maybe. Oops. Okay, it should be almost dead. Yeah, maybe 2 more hits. That's 1. Hooray. Another shield. Cannot carry any more shields. And this is kind of annoying because now the only way I can get anything on that square, there might be other objects, is to drop my current shield, pick up this one. Yeah, now I can get that money. Equip my other shield. Now, is it worth going back to get that, what was it at the store? Another weapon. I guess I could try it. I feel like the sword is good, but let's buy what's in the store. I feel like that's what they want you to wield, perhaps. The bow staff. And that feels more appropriate to the setting. All right, let's wield it, I guess. Should I sell my other junk? I'll hold on. Maybe I'll sell the bamboo sword. I don't know. Or whatever. I'm fast enough. I'll just hoard equipment for now. The danger is when you start to slow down too much. Okay, here's the goon. Oh, maybe two goons. We are in the den of iniquity, by the way. The giant rat. It went up the stairs or down the stairs. What's that in the top left? A green dot of some sort. Nunshuka. Nunshaku. I thought it was Nunshaku. Not Nunshuka. I'll just call them nunchucks. Excuse me. Okay, a lot of missing going on again. It's beating me with the nunchucks. Pew. Goon misses. So I don't know about these goons. They have a whole lot of life, and they have this chest plate that can absorb my bow staff blow. At the moment I'm trapped, I can't move. However, my health is still pretty good. Again, the armor absorbed the blow. Maybe I should try the sword. Maybe it'll do more damage. Oh, that time I did damage. Oh, my shield is destroyed. Great. Help, I want to get out of here. I don't like this anymore. I don't know. I don't have anything to use. Let's just keep fighting. Chest plate absorbs the blow. To parry the blow. I harmed him. So, yeah, some monsters, even if they are aggressive, they'll like bop around a lot, like on the map. But these ones are really focused on me, and I don't think I have a prayer at this point. I'll just retire right now. Well, I don't know what switching to my sword is going to do, but I feel like it might do more damage. I'm dead. Yeah. All right, the goons are too tough. So I'll have to avoid them next time. Yeah, so it auto saves every time you enter a new location. So I should be at the start of Hu Huan here. Let's go right. We're in a walkway. We got dogs. Only Mongols bump goats. Okay. Same message. Hello, who are you? Peasant. Hello, peasant. Yeah, I really wish to give you like a talk option. I'm attacking the peasant for no reason. Yeah. No, he doesn't want to fight. I will search for secret doors. Probably a waste of time. That peasant, it looks like Johnny Boy from before. That peasant did not want to hang around. I don't know why I was even bothering with secret doors. I kind of just felt like, well, I'm walking all the way here and just Nothing. Oh. I could kill the peasant. I don't feel like doing it. I feel like that's mean. If it's a goon or a hired thug, it makes a big difference. I will rest for now. Hired thug. Okay, I can handle them. Parry. I mean, I don't have the bamboo sword for now, but I handled him before. Ouch. Mm. Okay, I hurt him at least. He still got full life, even though I hit him. Mm. Not going too well. I'll try to escape and rest. Will he chase me, though? Yes. Okay. Cheesy asks, what's the green bar? Oh, that's your movement points. Yeah, so if you watch it, like each step uses up some of the green bar. And if you rest, you get more life back depending on how much of the green bar you have. Also, when you attack, you get more attack rounds in, depending on how much green you have left. So yeah, it keeps track of the turns even if you're by yourself. All right, so I'm fully rested. I mean, I need my luck to turn around against this guy, but it is good to train up, like I said before. Train up by beating up the weaklings. Although they're not, they're not exactly pushovers, but this is what the game has thrown at me. Miss. Harms me. All right, I nicked him. I don't know if this bamboo sword is doing, but I did damage to them before, didn't I? I'm seeing I harm it, and then I don't see his life meter going down. Okay, that time I hit it. Still not going down. I think it is shrinking, but it's not showing like the gray for whatever reason. Like normally the gray is the difference between your max life and your current. It looks like he was above his max life for whatever reason, and I'm just bringing that down. Like if you have something that temporarily boosts your max life, like a potion, and you lose life, it doesn't show gray at that point. Honestly, it's a weird little quirk. So it feels like they gave these guys below their max health for some reason. Anyway, I lost my shield, and now I'm getting beaten up some more. I'm gonna have to split again. I'm Leprechaun. Oh boy. Wow, I'm in the serpent's nest. This guy's probably a goon. I just have a feeling. And the green dot. I could rush for the green dot in case it's something cool. But the other part of me wants to rest. Let's rush it. Hired thug. Okay. What is the green dot gonna do? It's a pearl. Okay. Man. I want to rest. I'm not sure if leaving the room is going to give me an opportunity to rest. Oh God, I'm going back. Don't chase me, please. Okay. One more has to move. All right, so they're all trapped in there for now. So basically, if they don't, once the action shifts back to this screen, if they haven't followed me, I'm good. I can just sit here and rest. Nobody's gonna enter my screen. Yeah, it's turn-based in spurts. That's a good way to put it. Okay, I mean, I don't know about fighting 3 of these guys at once, but I could probably lure one of them back here. Can I use a pearl? No. It must just be worth money, as one might expect. Come on, thuggies. This is called Boss's Lair, huh? Alright, so now I've isolated one of them at least. I farmed him. Doo-doo. Dan says, for some reason, the game mentioned learning techniques had me thinking you were going to learn kung fu moves. Well, maybe there's some of that and fight that way. I guess it meant more like isolating enemies. Yeah, it did talk about how like trying to fight smartly. Like, if you're not good at melee, you try to sneak away and shoot them. It mentioned something about isolating them too. Fortunately, I'm not having a good time here. I gotta run again. If I survive this round. Ah. Okay. Who won? I should be called Bruce Lee. Bruce Leprechaun. I don't know. All right, let's wield the bamboo. Equip the shield. Should I read these messages again as a reminder? Welcome to Who Won, the first region in this 15-region adventure. Armed bandits are marauding the village, and your only means of defending yourself are the weapons you find. There is a dread poison entity lurking about also. That's right. A dread poison entity. Fighters with a decent life and dexterity are your best chance. Yeah, I have 14, not 15 plus. And my life is, I don't know, about average, I guess. Characters with lower abilities can carry equipment or be kept out of melee fights in favor of sneaking and missile attacks. I haven't found a missile weapon, though. Leaving a battle is a fine tactic, so save often. Maybe I should just save often, too, yeah. If I manage to kill one of those thugs, save right after. Although your fighters start out with a slow speed, you will gain a faster movement rate called Lightfoot, which will enable you to fly through the air and outpace superior enemies. Also, you can leave a room and force your foes to split up. There are 2 more villages after this one, and you can freely travel between them. Unfortunately, each one is more dangerous than the last one. And recall the words of Guru, relax, I can smell danger and there is none for miles. I don't know about that. There's definitely danger here. Okay, we didn't go this way before, I don't think. Hello, Gandalf. At least he was Gandalf in a different adventure. He's a highwayman. Oh. Well, he ran away, at least. Is that another goat? Only Mongols bump goats. All right. Okay. Hello, highwayman. You want to fight? He's got a sword. It's another one. Oh, man. Go, Lee. Yeah, Lee stabbed him. Look, they're fighting each other. There is no honor among highwaymen. I'll just step aside and let them kill each other. Will that work? Let's try that for a bit. I won't get my weapon practice in, but if they weaken each other, that could help. However, it looks like they're not very focused on their attacks. Let's see. I got this thing. I got eating the candle and drinking the ink gives you new energy. I don't know what that's about. But look, my max life is up quite a bit. All right, let's try to fight him with my new life. Highwayman's sword is destroyed. Well, tables have turned, Highwayman. He has no weapon. All he can do is punch me, I guess. Well, he might have another one. Typically, these NPCs don't have like a stack of weapons. Oh, he's got a bamboo sword though. All right, so we're going bamboo sword to bamboo sword. Don't run away. I'm not through with you yet, Highwayman. Parry, ah. Oh, my shield. Oh, I'm stabbed. Ah. Parry. Oh. Oh my god, let me hit. I don't know, I think probably those thugs are the better bet. As my initial combatants to deal with. Just not doing anything against this guy. That was with my life bump and everything. Alright. What should I do? Run back down and rest? I guess probably. The other highwayman went right, so I would have another one in my face if I go that way. Maybe I can use the goat for target practice. What time are we? Oh, it's 11:47 here in New York. All right. Let's see if I can find, I don't know, I guess a thug again. Let me remind myself what they have here. Just those. I think this one's a regular sword, right? Yeah. So I have no money. I guess I could sell some of these extra bamboo swords for what were they? 2 each? 4 each? Might as well, I guess. Okay. Oh, did I lose my shield? I think I did, right? Well, how much is this shield to buy? 20. Eh. All right, time to see if I can beat a thug. Miss. I hit him. Miss. He hit me. Miss. Miss. Yeah, I got him. Got him again, 2 in a row. miss, 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 miss. I parry. Miss, miss. Miss. I parry. I harm him. I miss, miss. Alright. I feel like I just got hit twice in a row. As I was saying, I think I'm overall doing better. I just got stabbed twice in a row. Got him that time. I gotta run now. Alright, maybe I should... How do you do it, though? He says you should have good life and 15 plus dexterity. That's the author saying that. How do you re-roll without making it... without it being painful? I guess you can do this. Let me try this. F1. Create a new player. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I'll be this lady in the lovely red robes. I'll call her Red Fraggle. Is that her name in Fraggle Rock? The one who's named Red? Let me look it up. Yeah, Red Fraggle. All right, we're gonna be Red Fraggle. Red Fraggle in ancient China. Let's see if she has more dexterity. Stu is streaming now. Cheesy says I named my digital devices after Fraggle. That's cool. Dexterity is 7. Oh, no, I had 14 with the other guy, and this one's even worse. This person is garbage. There's nothing good about Red Fraggle. Sorry, can we retire? You're going to retire Red Fraggle. Retire. Destroy Red Fraggle. This means that Red Fraggle will never be seen again. I'll ask you one more time. All right, we're going to have Red Fraggle 2 now. See, I'm thinking, though, I don't really know the logic for the random stats, but I'm thinking it's probably your basic D&D roll 3 dice kind of a thing. So in other words, 15 or higher is not easy to achieve, if that's accurate. Red Fraggle 2. And I don't know. I feel like this game has some fighting mechanics, unfortunately. Dexterity 4? It's like mocking my attempts to have a high dexterity character at this point. All right, she has to retire too. Onward to Red Fraggle 3. I wish you had like a points assignment system or something. Or at least like here's your character stats, press R to reroll, and you just do it. It's instant. Anyway, Red Fraggle 3. $13. Part of me wants to settle for that because the other stuff looks pretty good. Constitution 14, Life Force 14. I don't know though. I guess I'll just play with her. We'll see how it goes. Speed up CPU much more when rerolling characters. Could do that. Speaking of that, I think I'm going to speed it up a little more regardless. We're at 150. Let's go 200. All right, we're at 200. So we're actually in the same game as before. I just made another character. So unfortunately, there's no bamboo swords lying around because I decided to sell them. I have to pick up one from my dead character from earlier. Here we go. Shoot, I hit add player by accident because the CPU is so fast that I'm accidentally zooming through the menu, so I accidentally just added another player. Well, sure, let's just roll it. This looks like a woman in a blue dress. I don't have a Good name, ready, Bluey. Okay, Bluey, where are you? When does Bluey appear? Okay, I think they added like later for some reason. Okay, I have 8. Oh, I might be able to afford a bamboos. I already got the bambooser. Yeah, I'm kind of living dangerously with 200%. That's true. All right, Red Fraggle's getting attacked by the ancient China. Who's our new character? I know who our new character is, but what's her stats? Maybe I'll go to 175. I found that pretty good last week. All right. Does she have 15 dex? 9 dexterity. All right. Sorry, Blue, you're going to retire. Destroy Bluey. No! Do 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 do. All right, let's see what we can do with Red Fraggle. It was worse dexterity than the last character. But again, she does have more life and some other good stuff. So yeah, maybe it'll work out. So far, it's not looking fantastic. Taking a lot of hits. I wonder if you can just make a thing, a space you step on that just sets your stats to something or gives you dexterity, whatever. Like it could be, you know, you enter the game and it says just go through this room if you want to beef up your stats. And it does it. I don't know if that's possible though. All right, I'm getting killed. I don't know. Guess we'll just get killed. Red Fraggle 3 dice. Well, what do we do from here? Let's see if we get that 15 dex. Red Fraggle 4. I might just try, like, just to satisfy my curiosity, I might just try one more adventure. And I'll wrap it up from there. $11 dexterity. All right, I'm gonna quit this and try another adventure. Is there anyone that's easy? Just one more. I'm really kind of about ready to call it a night, but I want to. My curiosity is making me want to see one more adventure before we call it. I'm gonna do auto start. Do 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 do. Excuse me. All right. It's really fast. All right. Ryan is watching from Oregon. All right. So are you visiting your daughter? Oh, you must be setting her up for her new semester or something like that. She's already a sophomore, right? Is that true? Anyway, I've been trying and failing tonight, Ryan, at some games of adventure construction. So it can be pretty demoralizing when it's like all these early combats are killing you. I'm gonna try one more adventure though. I could try the pirate one. I could try the one called Journey. I think that's about all I have ready. I could try the Lovecraftian one. Let's try that. I'm curious about that. If anything, that's probably harder than the others that I've been playing. Ryan says, setting her up in her townhouse. Yes, sophomore. Just got back from a good sushi place. That's cool. I love sushi. Our Visitation, I believe, is the Lovecraftian one. Here we go. We're getting Lovecraftian now, guys. I want to slow it down. The Visitation by Jason Albert. Thanks for the likes, people. Even though I haven't really had much success at accomplishing anything today in these various games, but it's fun to check them out. All right, The Visitation by Jason Albert. If you have not done so already, please read the game introduction. Is this a file I'm supposed to have? Or, I don't think I have a file. Well, let me see. It came in a zip. Maybe I missed it, so bear with me a second. Visitation. It's a zip with just the one file, so I don't know. Actually, I gotta use the facilities real quick, so I will be right back while you listen to this beautiful music. Okay, thank you for your patience. I am back. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have any intro to read, so I guess I'm gonna wing it. One of the adventurers is Jurok. That's interesting, right there. Okay, they found a way to give you a pre-made character, and I'm just realizing the way this works is these adventure discs are kind of like one and the same as a save disc, I guess. So when the usual workflow, so to speak, is you make an adventure with no characters. It's blank, it's bare. That's what you distribute to people. But what you could do is make your own character and include that in the adventure disc. And I think that's what they did here. So that could be a way to work around that 15 dexterity issue even. You could just keep re-rolling your own characters, you as the creator of the game, and then just package that character with your adventure. So that's something that maybe they did here, something like that, or they gave him equipment. Anyway, that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm Jurok, The only bad thing is you wouldn't be able to define your name or your graphic. That doesn't really matter much. The action moves to Assyrian. Okay. And Dan the Man says, nice Sid music could almost sound a bit Lovecraftian in my mind. All right. Cool. All right, what are we doing here? All right, I guess I'm going in this little house. It will let me? Okay. Oh. Did not have the window selected. The action moves to Ermac Ruins. I think this is the one that was described as Lovecraftian. But again, there was a website, adventureconstructionset.com, that is now defunct. That's where I found these things, but I had to search on archive.org using the Wayback Machine. All right, where are we here? Healing herbs, okay. Finds gold, okay. Takes dagger. Stepped on that thing and it played music. Okay. I will equip the dagger. Healing herbs I will not use. Some armorite. Whoa. Okay, this is different. Looks like a ruined, yeah, City of Ruins. That's what the screen is called. Right, this must be a rock. Oh, visitation. Okay. The ground ahead looks weak and cracked. Maybe you should turn back. Ah, too late. The ground gives way below, and you find yourself falling for what seems like miles. You appear all right, just a little bruised. Okay, I took some damage, you can see. You clamber above some rocks so that you maneuver yourself into a small area clear of rubble. Some dim light shines down from high above, strong enough so you can just make out a few things. Unfortunately, the crevice through which you fell is way too high and way too steep for you to even consider climbing out through. Luckily, there is a ledge not too far above a large rock to your right. Standing on it, you still can't reach. Price is just not the same watching you on a tiny phone. Mark must be on a smart TV. Okay. Alright, so here's the rocks. I can take a boulder. I'm just picking up boulders now. Okay. Cannot carry any more boulders. Alright. Am I in Sokoban here? What's going on? Yeah, so I can't move on to an area with boulders if I already have one. But I can pile them. I'm piling them to, you can't really tell too well, but I'm piling them to the, on the square to my left. Not sure if this is going to help me, but I'm trying it. Yeah, I've removed all the boulders from above me. Now I can't carry boulders again. This rightmost one is like a faux boulder. It just, they made the space look like the boulder, but there's no actual objects there. I'll drop another boulder. They said it was like a ledge on the right, but I couldn't reach. Maybe I just have to drop a boulder in this very square. Ah, there we go. I'm standing on the boulder, I guess. You place another rock on the pile so that it's almost tall enough for you to reach the ledge, but not tall enough. The English is a little weird. I think it's saying that I almost can reach, but I can't quite. I can drop another one. I'll drop another boulder in my space. You place another rock on the pile so that it's almost tall enough for you to reach the ledge, but not tall enough. Alright, same thing. All I have is healing herbs and my dagger. So I don't think it involves... I don't think the solution involves those things. I don't know what to do. Oh, look at that. The boulders I'm dropping here are disappearing. Maybe I have to just keep dropping them all. I think it could reach now. Okay. Not sure what it's expected to do, though. Here we go. You climb onto the rocks and stretch as far as you can. You just managed to reach the ledge above you. You pull yourself up, but just as you get safely onto the ledge, the rocks collapse below you. Woo, that was a close one. Okay, I like that with a little bit of a puzzle. It was, but the writing was a little awkward, but hey, it was something. Crumbling cave, okay. I like the frequent text screens that give you some flavor and stuff. It's good. As you hoped, the ledge leads into a large cavern. Dim sunlight enters from the east and a passage leads south. Okay. Well, you want to go to the sunlight to the east? Let's check out the passage to the south first. Why would I want to head towards the sunlight? That would make sense. Here is a bug-like thing. Okay. We'll hide here and see what it does. Huge bat. Dan, what are you saying, Dan? It's biting me. Ah. Dan said each room find myself subconsciously quick scanning the walls for that tiny extra pixel that indicates a secret door in Ultima. Old habits hard to break. Yeah, it looks like the same kind of graphic as the Ultima walls, I guess. Yeah, I'm finding this bat. Now, I do like that this bat does not have a lot of health. That's a promising sign, although so far it is kicking my ass. Alright, so one hit, and it's like about halfway dead, and it bled. Okay. I kind of do want to check out some of these crevices sometimes. But it is nice change of pace that these screens aren't just all big rectangle like in some of the other places. Some of the other adventures. What happened? What is that? Some bugs? My god, this is amazing. As you walked towards this corner, your movement caused part of the wall to crumble away. Diamonds hidden in the wall. They must have been put there for safekeeping during the war. You could really help the farm with these. Then again, you could use them to further your quest. Who knows? You may be able to triple your money. Okay. Can I get them? Yeah, here we go. Diamond pack. Oh, a bunch of them. All right, now what? I guess I got to go back. Excuse me. Huge bat. Ryan says that's the real reason I need a TV. I can't see what the heck is going on. Sorry. Take that, you bat. Yeah, I can see it's hard to... I can see it being hard to view on a phone. Especially since I have my little side area. With my, you know, title base. Alright, I killed the bat. Woo! Moving on, this way is towards sunlight, I was told. Sunlit cavern. Okay, you know, the music repeating forever is getting a little tiresome. It's a good tune, but it's alright though. Alright, here we are, a pond in a field. I can't go left for some reason. We emerge from the cavern into a sun-brightened field. Okay. Can't touch the water. There's a little hill. Or is it water? I don't know. Doesn't matter much. Cluttered path. What have we here? Ahead of you lies what seems to be an ancient building of some sort. Unattended and decrepit, it appears to be crumbling away. One of its main doors looks like it's been torn down. Maybe the building's age or the wind. Maybe not. It's just a tapestry from the Dracula game. The something Larry. The Isaac Larry. There lies Larry. No, alright, that's a mystery. Small entryway. Leisure suit Larry says cheesy with what? Could that really have been it? Maybe. You've come across an old library of sorts, with scrolled and dusty tomes scattered around the area. Of course, it has been deserted for many years and is in a state of disrepair. Most assuredly, pillaged of any valuables it may have had, you nevertheless feel that there may be something inside, something which may deal with the ancient legend, something which could begin you on your way towards solving this mystery once and for all. It did mention when I started it said to read the introduction, and I don't know what it's referring to, so there must have been some backstory here about a mystery and an ancient legend. Leisure suit Cthulhu, says Ryan. Can I carry any more boulders? I don't want to carry more boulders. But I still have some on my person. A big rat. It's not quite a giant rat, but it's pretty big. Ow, he's biting hard. Alright, I heard it's pretty good. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't need the music playing on the... Well, I'm not going to complain, but... Let's see if I have a boulder to drop. Yeah, I do have some boulders still. Let me put it here. Okay, well, I'm going to be picking up boulders accidentally as I walk along. Where do I want to try to head to? I can try to go that sort of northwest exit off the top of the screen. Pick something, I guess. You have to pick up multiple boulders. Ah, okay. So I'll try to drop one. I'll just make this my boulder stack over here. I don't see a way that could involve avoiding the boulders. Cheesy said that if I had a dime for every time I walked around all day with a forgotten boulder in my pocket. Yeah. Yep. Like, oh, I forgot I was carrying this boulder. put this in the same stack. Okay, but can I get past these table thingies though? That's the thing. Yeah, I can't actually stand on these, can I? I can't pick them up. Okay, so that's kind of a problem. Well, I wonder if I just need to dig through all these boulders or something. It said, like, you know, it kind of hinted at there's probably some secret here. If I can't move past the tables... Well, what about this, whatever this thing is, the couch-looking thing? Can I step on those? I don't even know if these are tables and couches. I'm just making things up. But let's try stepping on the couch. Maybe this is like a fallen shelf or something. Oh, I can step on those. Okay. All right. What's this thing? A scroll. Rummaging through the ramshackled library, you come across many crumpling scrolls and books. Using your limited knowledge of the ancient language, you begin trying to get an idea of what each is about. You can just make out the titles of those still readable, but none seem to deal with the ancient legend, except of course for the tome you just found on the table to your left. You get a feeling of exultation as you read its title. It's just ITS without an apostrophe, dude. The title, The Visitation. Unable to decipher the book, it strikes your mind that perhaps your mentor back home can make something of it. Southeast around the forest and desert towards your home of Bellagram on the sea. Your anticipation is overwhelming. Southeast around. Gotta wrap up the stream soon, but I'll take a screenshot just in case I don't remember the directions. Don't forget to pick up the book. Oh, that would help. Take the ancient tome. Okay. I guess I just get out of here now. Do I want to go into the world map? Southeast around the forest and desert towards your home. I don't know. Let's explore east. Okay, it's a bug. Hello, bug. Double dagger this bug. It's a huge spider. Okay. Power your bite, spider. Huge spider dies. It might be time for me to mute this. Much better. Okay. I mean, I know I'm supposed to go southeast, but I'm going to explore this area a little bit. Oak tree field. The trees do anything? No. Oh. Warning, this exit leads back to the main map. Okay. Sure, let's do it. You can see that this path leads out of the ruins. Okay, almost 12:30. So yeah, I'll just see if I can find the mentor who can translate the chome, and then I'll probably just have to wrap up the stream. This one seems like the best adventure so far. This, except for the music issue. I'm not sure what they were thinking with that. I kind of get the idea. It would be kind of cool if there's a soundtrack playing the whole time. But the problem is it's not really that music is not really designed to be continuous. And so it feels very jarring every time it starts again. Like, oh no, not that music again. All right, so here's the desert. Okay, look at this. Oh, I'm losing life walking in the desert. All right, let's check out this place. Town of Durham. Belgrum on the sea, but this I don't know if this place is right, but let's check it out nonetheless. Yeah, this is probably not my destination, but that's okay. Thank God you're dripping wet with sweat. Your feet are on fire, and it seems you've just made it to the edge of this town with the last vestige of strength you had left. You begin to lumber onwards through these last few agonizing steps. All right, Ryan, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon, I'm sure. What's with this? I like the crudely drawn bricks. I mean, at least it's a custom tile. What's going on here? Is that a person like leaning against a wall, sort of, except they're not against a wall? Shop of Death. We're in a shop of death. Okay. The old hag beckons you closer. I'm afraid I have no healing salves left. However, there is something I wanted to get rid of before I retire. Just the opposite, in fact. This huge jar contains a lifetime supply of poison. A dash in your enemy's food or drink and watch them wither away. Imagine what the whole jar could do. Anyway, I don't sell portions. You'll have to take the whole thing. I'm getting old, you know, and need the money for me retirement. Take it or leave it. 1 diamond pack. Oh, that's our currency these days. 1 diamond pack. What do I have to do? Drop the diamond pack on her? All right, I'll try that. Oh. Maybe I drop it on the table. I don't know. Oh, look at there it is. Poison bottle. Thank you, old hag. What a nice old hag. What's this thing? A fire? I don't think stepping onto a roaring fireplace is a very good idea. Well, maybe if you drew the fire better, I would know that's what it was. No, I'm just kidding. I kind of figured it was that. See, we're on the hot street. I guess it's hot weather because we're in the desert. That's right. Yeah, I mean, so far this adventure doesn't feel like slam my face into monsters I can't kill. So this is probably my favorite so far. What do we got here? We got a whole bunch of objects for sale. I have 33 units of currency, whatever they are. Oil lamp, I can't afford that. Or is that like a water bottle right here? It's a backpack for 50. These diamond packs for 500. Wow, I could sell one and buy a lot of stuff. Maybe that's the point. Here we have scale armor. Okay. Am I in like a fantasy setting or what? Long sword. Bow and arrows. All right. Yeah, let's sell the sell my diamond pack. At least, how many do I have now? Wait, did I only have one? Let's find out. Not gonna sell my ancient tome for one. Healing herbs, dagger. One diamond pack for 245. The poison is worth 492. But that would not I'm pretty sure I need that. They should let you have maybe they do let you have this. Like some, you know, items that are crucial to the story, they should let you sell it. Anyway, I keep messing up the sell mechanic. You have to press the button right when you enter the store and do nothing else. That's how you sell. Anyway, I'm going to sell the diamond packet. Button. Move joystick, move joystick, move joystick. Button. There we go. Now we have 278 bucks. Sweet. All right. What to buy though? Backpack, bow, scale. Backpack sounds good for starters. $220. What's this? Oil lamp. Sure. 183 left. How much is the sword? 100. And the scale 300. Oof. I'm not buying the scale, and the bow is what? So I can get both the bow and the sword. All right, so pretty much everything but the scale armor. Nice. New weapon. Do I want to sell the old thing, the dagger? I'll hold on to it now. For now. Hello, person with bow. I will approach cautiously. Highwayman. Here we go again. So many of the NPCs in this game, even if they seem to be, you know, bad guys, are just not aggressive. They'll like run away from you. I forget how the different NPC personalities are categorized, but I think many of them are too soft. All right, Highwayman, you want to fight? Are you interested in fighting? Maybe it's just not interested. Should I shoot it? Just kind of want to see if I can like trigger its attacks. Is it gonna attack me at all? All right, there it goes. Ooh, it's got a long sword too. Okay, so it does want to fight. Bear with me a second here. I'm almost dead. All right. No, it's following me. All right, what can I do? I have healing herbs. So I guess I might as well use it. You rub the leaves all over your sore body, and when finished, feel powerful and greatly refreshed. All right, whatever, highwayman. What is that, a dragon? Let's shoot it. Shoot first, ask questions later. Oh, that's got no range. Baby sand mole. Okay, it looks like a red dragon to me. Can I even reach it from here? What was that? Yeah, this has no range. I don't know if it's just my poor skill or what. I guess a longbow must have greater range than that. It's probably my poor skill. All right. Am I gonna get killed by a sand mole here? Or what? It has a lot of life, but it's not trying to attack me. Let's try to go around it. Can't go right or up here. It's like an invisible wall. Sensing that you've come to the edge of town, you decide not to risk venturing onward into the deadly depths of the desert. You begin to turn back, and it is only then that you notice the small hut shimmering in the distance. Okay. So I won't turn back. I'm gonna get killed by a baby sand mole. Jeez, I'm running away from the baby sand mole. Get away. I need to equip my weapon so I can actually trade blows with it. I have the bow and arrow equipped from before. No, stop it. Parry. Well, I plan on wrapping it up extremely soon, but I'm just realizing I could speed up the CPU. Will it follow me? Good, it did not. Who are you? The poor, dirt-ridden merchant welcomes you into his home. Yes, my father used to tell stories of the visitation when I was a child. Unfortunately, I was too young and can't seem to remember any. My father, however, is still alive and may be able to help. He was caught stealing and sentenced to life in Farum prison. It wasn't his fault. The family needed food. Anyway, it takes ages for the authorities to get a visitor's pass to you, but I'll let you in on a little secret. There's an old woman in Seligum who makes perfect forgeries, albeit for a very stiff price. 2 jewel packs, stiff in fact. I sold one of my jewel packs. I know it's a lot, believe me, I know, but maybe worth it. She won't speak to you. She fears being caught, so just do your business and get out. All right. Here's a bed again, I think, or a pinball machine. You sleep comfortably through the night and awake refreshed and ready to take on whatever challenges the day may bring. All right, so I just slept in his bed without even asking or anything. I could use a lot more rest than that, though. All right, I got to wrap it up here. So, hey, thanks to whoever just gave me another like. But yeah, it's past my bedtime. I got to run. But yeah, this is probably my favorite adventure so far. This one's called The Visitation. The others were just an exercise in frustration. The Hobbit was just not good. The last one probably has potential. I just kept dying to the weak enemies, and I was trying to get the recommended dexterity 15 by creating new characters repeatedly, but it just wasn't happening. Actually, probably the most brilliant thing about this adventure so far is it comes with a pre-made character. Imagine that. presumably all the stats I need to be basically competent against the enemies it throws at me. I mean, it's a brilliant concept. It's so basic though. Just bypass the character generation system essentially. Anyway, hey Gleeman how's it going? And Gleeman says, "Hi Mark, walking in at the end of the stream again." Yeah, unfortunately it is 12:39 a.m. here, so I gotta get going. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, Cheesy Wiz, and Dan the Man. We had Ryan earlier, and we had Eric Johnson. Anybody else I missed? Well, just you, Gleeman Dan and Vince have been whistling the tune. We're both going to be unknowingly humming that repeated tune tomorrow. Yeah, probably. All right, that's it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play more ACS next week. Maybe though. We'll see. I'll decide what I feel like doing. All right. So yeah, once again, good night, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Take care.